technically speaking, this isn't a brand new Opel Meriva because the new one came out only a couple of years ago. And how it works is like this. A typical model's life cycle lasts for about 7 years, but it depends on the manufacturer. But during that time, they like to give the car a bit of a refresh. So they give it a nip here and a tuck there and a bit of a tweak in between. The thing is, with this Meriva, Opel have gone a long way further than that. And that's why I'm here in Frankfurt in Germany as the first Irish person to drive the Meriva to see just what changes they've made. Take the engine for example. Opel are phasing out the 1.3 and the 1.7 litre diesel in favour of the new 1.6 that's appearing in this Meriva. With the 1.6 litre diesel engine fitted to the Meriva, it makes it the quietest car in its class. The new engine is made out of aluminium, which means that it's lighter than the old model, more fuel efficient and more powerful. As well as the engine, Opel have also been innovating in the gearbox department as well, and they pumped 50 million euros into making sure that every gear shift is seamless. And you know what? Actually, it was money well spent. The Meriva has always had a pretty decent following among mature owners, but it's actually squarely aimed at young families as well, and the reason is accessibility. You see, the rear doors hinge from the back, which means getting children's seats in and out is a doddle. And if you do have to carry elderly passengers, there's a grab rail here, so you can just sit in first, shift your feet in, and close the door from the middle without having to lean all the way out here very easily. And once you're in the rear seats, there's tons of room back here as well, and I can slide a seat forwards and backwards to accommodate for different sized passengers. But not just that, if you're only carrying 2 passengers, you can let the middle seat back like this, very simple to fold down, and then just simply pull the toggle underneath the seat and it shifts you in beside it, giving you far more shoulder space. The front seats are also very comfortable and supportive as well, but then again, they need to be because you spend so much time in them. And actually, did you know that after the engine, the seat is the most expensive component when building a car? So if you've got a sore back from carrying around a child all day, or if you're what Opel very diplomatically calls an active senior, then you'd be very thankful of the seats in this Meriva. I didn't get a long enough opportunity to play with the new IntelliLink system, but when I did use it, I found it to be unobtrusive and very intuitive. I can see an old model Meriva in front of me, and one is actually just about to come past me here as well. That's actually a bit of a rare sight on Irish roads, because we tend to not sell a huge number of them. In actual fact, though my figures aren't conclusive, I have to clarify this with Opel. I reckon they only managed to sell about 74 of these things last year. And when you put that into context against a Corsa, the Corsa sold almost 1,000 units, so it's hardly a volume seller for Opel. I think one of the main reasons why the Opel Meriva doesn't sell in bigger numbers back in Ireland is its price. Now, I'm not saying it's a rip-off by any means, but it is €3,500 dearer than the Corsa, and it gets it into very nearly Opel Astra territory, and that is a very competitive market where a lot of people buy their cars. At €21,000, you are getting a lot of car for your money, but there's also a lot more choice at that price point as well. The primary reason for me coming to Frankfurt was to test drive the new Meriva, but I was also interested in the technology that they're going to be rolling out throughout their range in 2014. And on both counts, I'm very impressed, particularly with that new 1.6 litre diesel engine. But because I usually work in the used car market, I've had this niggling question in the back of my head, and that is, will Opel sell enough of these in order for it to have an impact? And the only conclusion I can come up with is, it'll be a shame if they don't, because it's a really good car, this.